What's going on, guys? It's your boy Frankie. On today's video, we're going to be installing a performance cam in a 2019 Honda Grom. Stay tuned. Alright, so first thing you do is you take those, take the cap off right there. Those are both just Allen freaking wrenches for these. So by peeping through that hole is how you can tell if it's
top dead center. It gives you the TDC mark.
TDC, okay.
And then I'm just going to use this bolt to rotate and hold it so I can actually loosen the nut on the cam gear. Do you have anything else done to this bike?
Intake, exhaust, and the tune, but okay. I just recently got a retune for the cam. Okay. That's pretty much it. And then I put in the Iridium spark plug because I wanted to get rid of the stock one.
Yeah.
And but so, that's pretty much it. It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
It's just stage one.
Okay. Something I do recommend, because it happened, I have over 30,000 miles on my Grom.
Oh shit.
And I had to rebuild it recently, and it wasn't because the motor started failing. There's in the chain tensioner back here, there's a nylon wheel, and the nylon wheel actually will wear through.
Really?
And it went all the way down to the center hub, which was steel.
Oh damn.
Or either steel or aluminum. And it threw shit all throughout my motor. So I replaced it with the Koso gear. They make one that's a steel gear and it rides on the chain. And it's bulletproof.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. You just leave the other nylon wheel that's down here. I had no wear on it.
Huh.
They give you 2 gears, but they say that gear down there does some funky shit.
Does the stock one do that from what do you call it? From just after like upgrades and shit?
No,
or just in general it just will?
I have no motor mods done to mine.
Oh,
I have the Katako clutch cover.
See, I wanted to get that.
Stiffer clutch springs.
Okay.
A high flow oil pump just to keep it a little cooler because I don't have an oil cooler yet. I do have the mounts for it. And then I have the Yoshi exhaust, a power commander, and the K&N intake, nice. The Chimera intake.
There you go. That's what I got,
that's all I have. And
alright, so now to get this to top dead center, we're going to turn this gear, and then that right there's a mark. And then that mark's going to pretty much be facing the left of the bike pretty much to get this to top dead center. And then the chain's got to go right back on the exact position too, huh?
Yep.
You usually mark it?
Yeah, I'll put a little mark on it.
Yeah. Alright, so that's it right there. So that is top dead center. You can see that on the camera. Got that mark facing the left to that other. Actually, hold on right here. But then now just taking off pretty much the valve covers for the exhaust and intake.
Off the valve covers right now. That way we can loosen the tappets.
All right.
And then, do you know the specs? What they say for this cam?
I'm glad you. Yeah.
Is it
he
4
told
and
me
6?
he actually said 3 and 3.
3 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little more on your exhaust because the more it heats up, the smaller it gets. And stock for these bikes is 4 and 6.
I thought it was like 5 and 7.
I think it's plus or minus 1, and it's 4 or 6.
Okay. So you're gonna do like 3 and 4?
I would do. Yeah, I'll do 3 and 4. That's fine.
There, right there. Yeah, it's always fun. So right now, pretty much you're just loosening them up so that the cam will come out easy.
Exactly. So yeah, because it won't come out without them.
Nice.
Well.
Okay, so now the chain tensioner's got to come off. Right there. And that's when you'll get some oil just spilling out of there.
Correct. Which I'll try not to do as much as possible.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that spring.
Yep.
Just now you want to place that there so it stays.
I'm just going to hold it right there because I need to use it to actually break this thing loose.
Gotcha.
So now see the chain is all loose.
Oh, okay.
There.
So that makes sense. So if you don't take out,
you don't do
the
it
chain
and you
tensioner.
take this off, you're gonna have a pain in the ass pulling it off, and it's not gonna want to go back on because the hole is gonna be like over here because it's pulling the chain that way the
makes
whole
sense.
time. Yeah.
Good tip.
You wanna hold that for me?
Sure.
Perfect. That's it. I can put mine off.
$10-minute job turns into a freaking 2-hour project just trying to look for
Yeah,
a...
that's the last thing I like happening.
Yep. So now pretty much we're putting the zip tie onto the chain so that it stays in place so it doesn't fall back. If
Correct.
that happens, you're going to have a major problem. Which is something that would happen to me.
And then we got this.
Take that gear out.
We can retrieve that thing if it ever decides to disappear on us.
Yep. We're gonna loosen that bolt right there, and then that pretty much holds the cam in.
That holds the cam, and then the cam should pretty much drop out right now.
Alright.
Does your new cam have that the idle or the starting flap on it?
Not sure. I haven't even taken it out of the package yet.
Okay. Yeah, see? Just wants to come right out.
Oh, nice. So
There it is. See this thing right here. So when it starts, this flips open,
Oh, okay.
and it actually opens the exhaust valve more,
Oh, I see.
and it helps it start.
So this
Boom.
is our new cam.
So this doesn't have this. It might just take a couple more revolutions to start it in the morning.
Okay.
It's not the end of the world, and it's going to be lighter, so you're going to have less weight on your actual valve train.
Nice.
So it's going to do its thing a little better. So this assembly lube.
Assembly lube. Nice. Can you use like motor oil on that or no?
You can, yeah, but usually when you put a new cam into a vehicle, you want to do assembly lube because it's got a lot more like surface tension strength.
Oh, okay.
Keeps it a little more lubricated.
It is right there. Nice. Nice.
And then this guy. Boom, just like that.
Just like that.
And that plate also holds the rocker arm shafts. So there's two shafts that go through. So you pull those out and the rocker arms will actually just fall right out of the head.
Oh, damn.
So this keeps them aligned. It's got these little tabs that hold them just in place. So if you
Good.
lost that plate, you'd have some serious problems.
Damn.
This guy right here. So then this part right here, it's always fun.
Yeah. This is the part you were warning me about.
Because now you gotta take that off.
If it was me, I'd be here probably 4 hours, fingers bleeding.
I've been there.
Yeah. So now this is going to go back in with the chain in the exact position it was before when we removed it and top dead center.
this has to sit into.
Yeah.
So I just have to spin the cam because it's heavy on one side, so it drops to one point. So there, it's on there. Let me check. Yep, perfect. We're lined up and everything.
Nice.
Okay. And this nut is at like, I think it's 46 pounds, and this one only goes to 14. So you can actually hold this and use it to tighten, because there's no way you're going to break that loose.
Oh, nice.
You have to actually use an impact for it.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Double check, make sure it's good still. Yep, right on the money.
Cool. Alright, so now that is bolted up. We're still at top dead center. We're going to put that tensioner back in. What's up?
The tensioner, I forget, creates a seal around it. Because it's so tight, it creates oil pressure in there that actually pushes it up, and that's what creates the tension.
Oh.
So we lucked out. It's barely going to drip any oil on us at all.
Hell yeah, dude. That spring back in there.
So it won't actually start creating pressure until a little bit of more oil gets down in there.
Okay.
So you just have to, when you first start it, it might sound like there's a little more vibration in the motor, and then after about a minute, it'll go away.
Okay.
So just don't, right when you first start it, don't just let it
idle
warm
for a
up,
few
and then
minutes.
you'll hear the sound, and it'll go away.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for the valve adjustment, guys, we're going to be doing 0.003 for the intake and 0.004 for the exhaust.
Things are so fucking hard to turn.
Dude, yeah. Is the top one the intake?
Yeah, part top is intake, bottom is exhaust.
Exhaust.
I like to just double check. Yeah, top dead center.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yep. And then this guy.
It's cheap too, right?
He's like
40, 50 bucks?
60 or 70 bucks, something like that. But yeah, it's not expensive at all. That's a cool little mod. Every time I show someone, they're like,
Exactly.
what?
I might get that too, and that's freaking easy as hell to.
It's 2 bolts. The only thing that's hard is once you run this through a heat cycle, this thing gets really hard to pull off. Like in the beginning,
I seen that when exactly.
You have to grab from here and here and just keep wiggling. And
if you use a flathead, you'll probably break the fuck up the gasket.
Bend. No, there's a rubber O-ring behind it.
Okay.
So that's why you don't need to replace this gasket.
Oh, nice.
And that's why I was like, yeah, we can do it whenever. Because if I had to order a gasket, then it'd take a little longer.
Cool.
But yeah, it's just a rubber O-ring, and then the new one will go on, and done.
Alright, so we're all done. Got the cam put in there. I'm going to go ahead and start it up and let it run or idle for a few minutes. This thing freaking get that rattling sound out of there.
Hear the little tiny ticking?
Yeah, just like
Very little. It'll go away.
surprised it cranked up really quickly too. It didn't take too long.
No, so you're not even going to notice it. 1 or 2 revolutions won't
Matter of fact, and actually what I'm also going to do, I almost forgot, was you said you had that paper clip?
I do have a paper clip.
I'm going to go ahead and reset that ECU as well.